guys, as you know, the wavy brow trend is sweeping the internet. How do we feel about them? So I decided to go ahead and try them myself because every single picture I've pretty much seen is photoshopped. And unless you have really thin eyebrows, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do this wavy brow. So here I try to do my wavy brow to the best of my ability with having a little bit more full natural brows. I don't really like to overpluck my brows. I don't really even clean up my brows a lot. I like them to be a little messy. So obviously it was going to be a little bit harder with me because I have a little bit thicker brows, so I had to make my wave a little bit thicker. But if you have a thinner brow or kind of very sparse brows, it'll be super easy for you guys to do this like wavy brow look. But on someone who has a little bit more of a natural brow, this is what I'm working with. But every picture I've seen is pretty much photoshopped, and I know that it does not look like that. I'm a Photoshop queen. I can always tell when people are morphing their bodies and their faces. So with seeing all those, it's like I want to try it and actually try it and not Photoshop it. So this is what I went ahead and came up with. I didn't want to do something too up, down, more like a wave, as this is a wavy brow. Almost like a little bit of a softer wavy brow, I guess. But yeah, so you only need a few products to do this. And if you guys are having a hard time with doing this, don't worry. My next video up will be how to Photoshop a wavy brow. So if you can't do it on yourself, but you want to see what you look like, or you want to fake it till you make it on the gram, then go ahead and watch my next video and I will show you guys how to Photoshop it. But for right now, let's go ahead and do this in real life, real time, and get this real wavy brow. So I tried this brow technique out a few times now, and to get it like this, although I would still like it a little bit thinner, it is really hard to do, but I found the best way is to get a really skinny brow pencil. So I'm going to be using the ColourPop brow pencil, and I'm going to use this to start mapping out my shapes. So when doing this, you need to map out where you want the arch to be, where you want it to come down. If you want them to be closer, they'll be more like wavy. If you want them bigger, then will be like waves versus like more like or anything like that. You don't really want them to be any like zigzaggish too. You want the lines to be very curvy. So I'm going to start by underlining my brow. I still wanted to make them somewhat wearable, even though I don't really think these are wearable. I think they're more like a fun trend. So I start by underlining the bottom of my brow. I'm going to keep the front of my brow like I normally would, so brushed up, a little bit feathery. Now, since I've already done this side, I want to match it. So I'm going to see where this little arch kind of starts, and I'm going to make a little dot there. Kind of ends about here, and then I have another one coming out right about here, curving down to here. And the end of mine, I chose to kind of flick out a little bit. I think that looks a lot cooler. So I'm going to flick the bottom out. And you can choose to make the ends as thin as you want, as curvy as you want. The cool thing is, like when playing with it, if you're messing up, just kind of like smudge it around and you can kind of just figure it out. So for the bottom of my brow, I'm going to let's start with the top arch. And remember, we're going to go back with concealer to clean this up. But there's my arch. I kind of look like a little clown. This is crazy. I'm going to bring this down, and when bringing it down, they're going to connect. Go back up and back in to flare out. So I'm kind of just mapping out the wave above my eyebrow. Now, to get under my eyebrow, I found that I wanted it to be very precise, so I almost had to pull the skin up to really draw this bottom piece. And then I'm filling it in. And you want to add it into the natural curve of the brow right here too. We're going to curve this back up, come back down, and connect the tails. So I'm just going to fill in these little loops right here. Under the brow is the hardest part. I try to pull it and color that in, because obviously I don't have hair there. So as you can see, this one's a little bit more crazy, the one I just did, which is no problem at all because we have concealer. Instead of using a big concealer brush, I'm going to go ahead and use a little tiny lip brush. This is the NYX Definer lip brush. This is number 20. So what I'm going to do is just dot the babyest bit, and I'm going to start to map out the shape that I fully want, clean it up, make it how I really want it. It's almost like a little Photoshop tool, you know? Go back and blend your edges out, of course. And you can always go back in with your pencil. Remember, you can always go back and forth. There's nothing wrong with that. This side to be a little more round. Just rounding that out a little bit more. And as I'm doing it, I like to kind of brush the hairs in the shape that I'm doing. Now that I have my shape, I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX brow gel. This is the shade Blonde, and I'm going to gel up the front of my brows like I usually would. And now I'm going to gel these more into the shape. Once you gel them in place, you're pretty much done with your wavy brows. So what do you guys think of this trend? I think it's kind of funky. I don't think it's something that I'll really be 100% on board with. Like, I don't think I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out with my little wavy brow. I think it's super fun for like editorial makeups and stuff like that, but I don't think it's anything that I would be like, I'm running out, I want to look cute, wavy brow it. I don't know, maybe if it caught on. But I personally don't really know how I feel about it too much. But let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys want to see from me. I am revamping my brand here on YouTube and across all platforms. So I want to know what you guys want, what you guys think, and yeah, crazy trend. I want to try to do more like trendy stuff, like try out new stuff and all that on my channel. But let me know if you guys like this wavy brow tutorial. I know a lot of them look like they look amazing on the thumbnails, and then you see it and you're like, oh shit, this is like totally photoshopped. A lot of those pictures are photoshopped. So if you guys can't get this wavy brow right, but you want to post a picture and see what you look like with a wavy brow, or fake it till you make it with a wavy brow, in my next video I will show you guys how to Photoshop a wavy brow. So stay tuned for that one, and if you guys are finished watching this, go ahead and watch that one as well. But make sure you guys are subscribing to my channel. Go ahead and click that bell to stay up with all notifications for my videos when I'm posting and all that jazz, because YouTube's algorithm is kind of kicking some people out of the way here, so I want to make sure that you guys are seeing all my videos as they're being posted. So anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope to see you guys on my other social media platforms, and I love you guys. Bye, babes.